Hi, good afternoon everybody. Welcome. I just thought I would do a little video and I'll just give you all a few minutes and see if anybody wants to join me. And just say hi and where you're tuning in from. Oh, hi Mel. Hope you're well. I just wanted to share some things really that have been coming to me recently. I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes and see if anybody else wants to join. And have some tea while I'm waiting. Okay, let's start by taking some deep breaths and just bringing ourselves into this space and just being here with what is right now. So take some deep breaths into your belly. Breathing in and out through the nose. And just grounding yourself here. I hope you can see me clearly. Just let me know if you can hear me and see me clearly. I think it's working fine. Thank you. I'm sitting in my conservatory. It's actually very warm in here. I'm dressed for winter. So something's been happening is I've been getting a lot of messages, inbox messages, private messages from people on Facebook and asking me to answer questions or to look at what they've written and to interpret something, or and some people just demanding friendship, which is all very interesting. And I guess what I want to say really is that the most important thing to focus your attention on is self-realization. It's the realization of who you are. And yes, there's a lot of things going on in the world. There's a lot of people saying a lot of different things. And of course we can give our attention to those things. But actually the most important thing for anybody is the question, who am I? And to answer that question and to look into that question and to inquire into that question is really the most important thing that we could occupy ourselves with, the most important thing that we can give our time and energy to, the most important thing that we can give our attention to. Because as that question becomes opens up and a question gets answered, life really starts to change inside of you. And so when life changes inside of you, when you realize the truth of who you are, the transformation that takes place within you is then projected into the world that appears to be outside of you, but the world around you is the world within you. It's not separate from you. But so many people are, they're clinging for knowledge. They're clinging to what somebody's said or what somebody's done or what somebody's written. Nobody has the answers apart from you. You know truth. When you hear truth, you know truth. You recognize something about yourself. Consciousness recognizes consciousness. Infinite consciousness recognizes infinite consciousness. We see, I see you, you see me. We are one. So all these questions of what's going to happen in the world and what should we do, and I actually don't care. I have no interest in what's going to happen. The world has been playing out the same stories for hundreds and hundreds of years. And you know why the same stories have been playing out? Because the same stories have been going on within each one of us. And until we can truly love ourselves as we are right now in this moment, forget about any future or anything that you want, and forget about the past and what's happened in the past. Right here, right now, if you can truly love yourself and be present with yourself, there's an opportunity for transformation. And then it won't matter what's going on in the world. You won't be looking for answers from everybody else or anything else. You will have the answers within your own being. And that's the role of any teacher, is to be a reflection of what you already are, so that you can see what and who you are. Not so you can get on bended knee and start praying and following and chasing about after people. No. So that you can be still in the knowledge that you are already free and always have been free and will always be free. So forgive me when I get a little bored with these questions that end up in my inbox. I have no interest in answering them. Because that's mind stuff. We go round and round in circles with the mind. The yellow brick road in Wizard of Oz. You know? Going round and round, never really getting anywhere. That's what the mind does. Create problems and create solutions, create more problems. But you are not the mind. The mind is your servant if you wish it to be so. And without the thoughts about this world, without the thoughts and the beliefs and the conditionings and the concepts and the constructs and all the rest of it, without all of that, this world ceases to exist. There's nothing here. What's here is man-made, mind-made. We're living in a mind-built universe. And when you take away the mind, there is super consciousness that is running everything, where everything is just happening all by itself, without any effort. Effortlessness. But you are in an illusion, believing that you are doing something, that you are achieving something, that you have to get somewhere. That nothing will happen without your effort. Which everything is always happening, whether you make effort or not. And all you have to do is sit back and relax to notice that that's the way it is. Hi Virgie, hi Tony. You know, and if you don't do that thing that you think is really important, the world will not end. Things will carry on. And maybe another beautiful opportunity will open up. But the personality wants to control everything. I'm losing my voice, sorry. The personality wants to control everything. Make everything a certain way so that we can feel as if we have some kind of security in life. There is no security. There is no guarantee about anything. There's no guarantee of tomorrow. So being here now is really all that is required. Loving yourself now as you are is all that's required. What else are you going to do, really? What else can possibly be more important than this moment? So sure, if you want to read about all what's happening in the stars, what's happening with the planets and the moon, and you know, all this stuff that gets fed to us on a daily basis now, whereas it used to be a bit less often, I think. Sure, you can get caught up in all of that, but what does it really mean? What importance and what bearing does it really have on your life right now? There's a lot of stuff being channeled from various places, and again, what importance does it have? Unless it really speaks to you on a soul level, on the deepest level, unless it speaks truth to you, then you can discard it because you don't need it, because it just clutters the mind with knowledge. And what you need to be doing, or what is best to do, is to empty yourself of all that you think you know, all that you've been fed through education, through books, through TV, through whatever form it's taken. When you empty yourself of all the knowledge, that's when wisdom can fill you up. When you empty yourself out of everything, that's when you're ready to be filled with all the wisdom in the entire universe that you already contain within yourself. And because you are the universe. Such an incredible paradox. So when you want to put your attention to things, when you want to follow something, you know, it's like we could be like an animal. Maybe a dog that goes around sniffing everything. There's one scent, there's another scent, there's something else. And the mind goes oof, 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 off with every single thing that appears. Then where are you? Where do you find yourself then? When we bring ourselves into stillness, when we allow ourselves to get present, we contain a huge amount of energy, the energy of the entire universe. But when we're constantly chasing with the mind one thing after another, that energy just gets sucked up. That's why when people think too much, worry, they get so depleted of energy, because they're using it up. They're using their life force energy to follow a thought and give it meaning. No thought has meaning unless we give it. No word, no name, nothing has meaning unless we give it. Everything is just here as it is, nameless. And we are the nameless and the formless, in form, made manifest. We have this appearance as separate, as an individual, as a small self. But we are the self, the One, the greatest and highest intelligence through which everything is happening, everything is coming into being, everything is forming, everything is being born, everything is flourishing. But what is unique is your essence, your fragrance, your presence. There is no one like you in the entire universe. This appearance of you is unique. And you are a miracle, a miraculous creation. Consciousness, infinite consciousness made manifest. The formless made into form. The infinite made finite. And just as the world around you is an experience of the mind, so is the body. When the mind drops, there's no body here. And there's no world here. And there's no me. And it's the me. It's the belief in the me and the appearance of the me that creates the suffering. Because that me believes, the ego believes, that something can happen to the me. But you're not the me, you're the self, and nothing can ever happen to you. Nothing has ever happened to you. Nothing will ever happen to you. All that's happening is through the mind, through the experience of mind. And when you bring yourself into stillness, into presence, you notice straight away, where are the worries, where are the stresses, where are the concerns, where can anything bother you right here, right now, in this moment? Can you feel that? Can you feel the energy that you are in this moment, just for this moment? Can you see how life is happening for you? How life is nourishing you and treasuring you and cradling you, taking care of you at every twist and turn. Life is there, holding your hand, showing you the way. You are life. Breathe. Feel the breath in your body. Feel the space open up within you. Embrace this moment exactly as it is. Can you love life as it presents itself to you now, here? Can you be grateful for what is here? Why would you look anywhere else other than this moment? How can you search for yourself anywhere else other than this moment? Where else can you be but here, now? There really isn't any other possibility. And wherever you are right this moment, everything around you is you. Everything around you is you. Everything around you is in your consciousness, in your experience. You brought it into being. No one else did it. There's no one else to do it. It's all you. Including me. I am you, you are me. We are one. Your responsibility in this moment is to love yourself. To be love, to radiate love, to give love, to share love. How can you give more love in your life to this? What can you find to be grateful for right now, right here? The meaning of loving oneself is not to find a way to change ourselves, not to take parts away from ourselves, not to improve ourselves. It's to love what we already have. This body, this life, this experience. All for you. It's all for you. Who else did you think it was for? When you love yourself, when you know yourself, know thyself, then you also know everyone else. You know others at the deepest part of their being, as one as you. And then you take on the responsibility to be what you already are, to embody that here, now, to share that, to share your essence, your fragrance with the world, because there is no one else that you can compare yourself to. You are perfect, whole and divine as you are. And if you think anything else, then you know where that's coming from, the mind. And let's just take a moment to be completely still with this. To honour this. To honour each other as reflections of the One, as reflections of divinity. Knowing that enlightenment is right here, right now, where you are. Look within. Look within. attention to the silence. The silence will lead you home. You are the silence. Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.